Joshua 6. Meanwhile, the people of Jericho had been locking the gates in their town wall because they were afraid of the Israelites. No one could come in or out. The Lord said to Joshua, "With my help, you and your army will defeat the king of Jericho and his army, and you will capture the town. Here's how to do it. March slowly around Jericho once a day for 6 days. Take along the sacred chest and tell 7 priests to walk in front of it. Carry trumpets but by the 7th day, march slowly around the town 7 times while the priests blow their trumpets. Then the priests will blast their trumpets, and everyone will shout. That wall will fall down, and your soldiers can go straight in from every side." Joshua called the priests together and said, "Take the chest and tell 7 priests to carry trumpets and march ahead of it." Next, he gave their army orders. March slowly around Jericho. A few of you will go ahead of the chest and guard it, but most of you will follow it. Don't shout a battle cry or yell or even talk until the day I tell you to. Then let out a shout. As soon as Joshua finished giving the orders, the army started marching. One group of soldiers led the way with 7 priests marching behind them and blowing trumpets. Then came the priests carrying the chest, followed by the rest of the soldiers. They obeyed Joshua's order and carried the chest once around the town before returning it to camp for the night. Early the next morning, Joshua and everyone else started marching around Jericho in the same order as they did the day before. One group of soldiers was in front, followed by 7 priests with trumpets, and the priests carried the chest. The rest of the army came next. 7 priests blew their trumpets while everyone marched slowly around Jericho and back to camp. They did this once a day for 6 days. On the seventh day, the army got up at daybreak. They marched slowly around Jericho the same they did the days before, except on this day, they went around 7 times. Then the priests blew their trumpets, and Joshua yelled, "Get ready to shout. The Lord will let you capture this town, but you must destroy it and everything in it to show it now belongs to the Lord." The woman Rahab helped the spies we sent, so protect her and the others inside her house, but kill everyone else in town. The silver and gold and everything made of bronze and iron belong to the Lord. And must be put in his treasury. Be careful to follow these instructions, because if you see something and you want it, take it. The Lord will destroy Israel, and it will be all your fault. The priests blew their trumpets again. The soldiers shouted as loud as they could. The walls of Jericho fell flat. Then the soldiers rushed up the hill straight into the town and captured it. They killed every man and woman, young and old, everyone except Rahab and others in her house. They even killed every cow, sheep, and donkey. Joshua said to the men who had been spies, "Rahab kept you safe when I sent you to Jericho. We promised to protect her and her family, and we will keep our promise. Now go into her house and bring them out." The two men went into Rahab's house and brought her out, along with her father, mother, her brothers, and her other relatives. Rahab and her family had to stay in place just outside the Israel army camp, but later they were allowed to live among the Israelites, and her descendants still do. The Israelites took silver and gold and the things made of bronze and iron, and put them with the rest of the treasure that was kept at the Lord's house. Finally, they set fire to Jericho and everything in it. After Jericho was destroyed, Joshua warned, "Someday a man will rebuild Jericho, but the Lord will put a curse on him, and the man's older son will die. when he starts to build the town wall. And by the time he finishes the wall and put gates in it, all his children will be dead. The Lord helped Joshua in everything he did, and Joshua was famous everywhere in Canaan. Thank you and God bless.